The vessel was created by a group of British naval architects under the direction of Stephen Payne and was built by Chantiers de l'Atlantique in France in 2003. The Queen Mary II was the largest and longest passenger ship ever built at the time of her construction, having a gross tonnage of 148,528. Queen Mary II also embarks on an annual world cruise, although she no longer maintains this distinction with the launch of Royal Caribbean International's 154,407 GT Freedom of the Seas in April 2006. There are 1,238 crew members and 2,620 passengers on board the transatlantic ocean ship. It has a 200-seat Queen's Grill, a 1,347-seat Britannia restaurant, a Royal Court Theatre, a winter garden, 14 bars and clubs, as well as health and exercise facilities. The ship cost $880 million. 5. Disney Dream. Disney Dream has a gross tonnage of 129,690 GT, a length of 1,114.7 feet, 339.8 meters, and a breadth of 137 feet, making it 40% bigger than the two Disney Cruise Line ships that are older, 42 meters. The Disney Dream has 1,250 staterooms, a crew of 1,458, and can accommodate up to 4,000 guests and 2,500 passengers, double occupancy. The cruise ship offers a look into early 20th century architecture, as well as firsts for the cruise industry, like the aqueduct, the first water coaster at sea. The Disney Dream prides itself on being a truly family cruise ship that offers unique locations and experiences for every family member. The ship's price $900 meters for Disney Fantasy. Disney Fantasy has a gross tonnage of 130,000, a length of 340 meters, 1,120 feet, and a width of 42 meters, making it almost structurally identical to Disney Dream, 138 feet. 1,250 staterooms make up the Disney Fantasy. The first water coaster at sea, the iconic aqueduct, is included in Disney Fantasy, replicating the one on the Dream. 4,000 people and more than 1,450 cast and staff members can be accommodated in the 1,250 guest rooms that are distributed across the 14 decks of the ship. The luxurious 3-deck atrium lobby, grand staircase, marble and stone inlay floor, fluted columns, and expensive ornamental murals and paintings are all features of the cruise ship. $940 million. The ship's price. 3. Norwegian Epic. The Norwegian Epic is a cruise ship owned by Norwegian Cruise Line that was constructed at the Saint-Nazaire, France-based Cedex Europe Chantiers de l'Atlantique shipyard as part of the F3 project. It was the third largest cruise ship in the world when it was first built. By more than 155,873 GT, the Norwegian Epic surpasses the Breakaway class as NCL's largest ship. Due to Norwegian Epic's size, NTL can operate a ship in the same mega class as its rivals, Royal Caribbean International and Carnival Cruise Lines. Norwegian Epic symbolizes the third generation of freestyle sailing ships. The Norwegian Epic reaches European and Caribbean locations. More than 20 eating options are available, as well as studio accommodations for lone travelers, top-notch live entertainment, exercise centers, sporting events, an aquapark, swimming pools, and hot tubs. Ship cost $1.2 billion to MS Oasis of the Seas. The Oasis of the Seas provides guests with amenities such as balconies with views of the sea or promenades, 2-story loft rooms, and luxury suites measuring 150 square meters, 1,600 square feet. The ship has a zip line, a casino, a miniature golf course, a karaoke club, a comedy club, 5 swimming pools, basketball and volleyball courts, amusement parks, and nurseries for kids. Clarissa Parrish, a muralist, adorned the ship's interiors in great detail in several places. The second most expensive ship is Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. The ship started carrying passengers in December 2009. At a price of roughly $1.24 billion, it was constructed in Turku, Finland by STX Europe, previously Acre Yards. The concept of the onboard recreational, sports, and entertainment activities is divided into 7 themed neighborhoods, similar to theme parks layout. Cost of the ship $1.4 billion. 1 #MS Allure of the Seas. The Allure of the Seas is around 50 millimeters 2 in, longer than Oasis of the Seas, while having the same design length as her sister, 360 meters, 1,181 feet. The shipyard claims that this is unintentional, and that such slight length variations could happen owing to the steel's temperature in a ship of this size. The Allure has a gross tonnage of 225,282 and a displacement, or real weight, that is equal to that of Oasis, which is thought to be around 100,000 metric tons, or a little less than an American aircraft carrier of the Nimitz class. The weight of her steel hull alone is over 54,000 tons. The ship has 25 dining options, the first Starbucks coffee shop at sea, a 2-deck dance hall, a theater with 1,380 seats, an ice skating rink in 7 separate neighborhoods. Clarissa Parrish, a muralist, adorned the ship's interiors in great detail in several places. The ship's price is $1.5 billion. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. The top 10 most expensive cruise ships. So make sure to watch the full video. The top 10 most expensive cruise ships ever constructed. A passenger ship utilized for leisure travel is referred to as a cruise ship. Experience includes the journey as well as the several stops along the way. Since cruise ships usually travel on routes that take passengers back to their starting port, transportation is not their primary objective. Even cruises to nowhere exist, where the ship travels for a few days round journey without stopping at any ports. But have you ever wondered which cruise ships have been built at the highest cost? If so, then you should read this article. The top 10 most costly cruise ships are shown below. 10. MS Liberty of the Seas. A Royal Caribbean International Freedom Class cruise ship, MS Liberty of the Seas, started regular service in May 2007. She was originally going to be known as Endeavour of the Seas, but this name was later modified. 1,360 crew members service 3,634 passengers on the ship's 15 decks. At the Aker Vineyards dry dock in Turku, Finland, where her sister ship, Freedom of the Seas, was also constructed, she was constructed in 18 months. A 2,101-seat main dining room, Platinum Theater, Vitality Spa and Fitness Center, 6 spa tubs, 3 pools, a surf simulator, and an ice rink are among the Freedom-class ship amenities of the Liberty of the Seas. Ship price: $800 million. 9. MS Freedom of the Seas. Royal Caribbean International is the cruise line that operates the MS Freedom of the Seas. The Freedom-class ship from Royal Caribbean can carry 3,634 passengers and 1,300 crew members on its 15 passenger decks. From 2006 until the Oasis-class ships completed by Royal Caribbean International in late 2009. Freedom of the Seas was the largest passenger ship by gross tonnage ever built. The 7-night itineraries that Freedom of the Seas travels on a stop in the Western Caribbean. On board, guests can enjoy special amenities from Royal Caribbean, including a surf simulator, a water park called H2O Zone, and cantilevered whirlpools. The ship's price was $800 million. 8. MS Independence of the Seas. The Royal Caribbean Cruise Line's MS Independence of the Seas, a Freedom-class ship, went into service in April 2008. 1,360 crew members and 4,370 passengers can be accommodated on the 15-deck ship. She was constructed in the Aker Vineyards dry dock in Turku, Finland, which also produced her sister Freedom-class ships, Liberty of the Seas and Freedom of the Seas. She joined Freedom of the Seas and Liberty of the Seas as the largest passenger ships and cruise ships ever constructed when she tallied 154,407 gross tonnage. She is 1,112 feet in length, 339 meters, and normally travels at a speed of 21.6 knots, 40.0 kilometers/24.9 miles per hour. The ship sails from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Southampton, England. The ship has Freedom-class amenities such as a mini golf course, ice skating rink, rock climbing wall, flowrider, surf simulator, and royal promenade. The ship cost $828 million. 7. Scandinavian Breakaway. Norwegian Cruise Lines owns the larger, more modern Norwegian Breakaway, which was introduced in 2013. It is the largest cruise ship to have ever called at New York, having been constructed under Project Breakaway by WRFT Shipyard at an estimated cost of $840 million. The cruise ship Norwegian Breakaway is run by Norwegian Cruise Line. On September 21, 2011, the first piece of steel was cut at the Meyer Werft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany, officially starting the construction of Norwegian Breakaway. She arrived at NCL on April 25, 2013. She is 144,017 GT in size and can accommodate 4,000 people when doubled over. The ship was created by Priestmangood and Tilburg Design and featured a total of 1,024 cabins and 238 suites. On 7-night voyages, the Breakaway visits Bermuda, the Caribbean, the Bahamas, and Florida. $840 million. The ship's price. 6. Queen Mary Note 2. As the cruise industry has developed and seen larger ships, the cost of developing cruise ships has gone up. Cruise Hive examines the top 10 most costly cruise ships in the world. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.